Most men have no idea they're actually incredibly attractive. And today, we're proving it. I'm talking about the kind of man women secretly dream about, but never admit it out loud. The crazy part? You might already be one and not even realize it. So, in this video, we're breaking down 7 powerful signs you're way more attractive than you think, even if you're shy, introverted, or think you don't stand a chance. I spent hours studying real psychology, dating behavior, and even body language science. And what I found shocked me because some of the most irresistible men out there are not the loudest, richest, or most confident guys in the room. They're the quiet ones, the introverts, the good men who don't even realize the kind of power they have. So if you've ever wondered, why do women overlook me? Stick around because when you understand these 7 signs, you'll never see yourself the same way again. Let's get started. Number 1 is that you choose to be a gentleman because that's just the way you are. That's who you are. It is true that there are toxic women out there who are unkind to you for holding the door open and doing just gentlemanly things. If she can't handle being treated with respect, you really don't want her in your life. However, a high value woman truly treasures a man who is a gentleman, who is respectful. Women feel safe with you, they admire you. You are one of the exceptional ones who goes out of your way to be a gentleman. And that's the kind of man she's always wanted. Now, I mentioned that you're a gentleman because you choose to be. And it's important to note that there's a difference between being a gentleman because you want to get the girl versus being a gentleman because you choose to be an honorable, respectable man. If you just hold the door open to get the girl and then you don't care the rest of the time, it's not who you are, and she's going to figure that out, and all attraction will die. But if instead you hold the door, even if it's not for a cute girl, maybe it's for an elderly couple, or you go out of your way to be kind to people in that sense, that shows that it's a part of who you are. And that's the kind of man she's been praying for. You are respected because you are respectful. That's the best way to get respect from someone, to be respectful, but because it shows that you are an exceptional human being. It helps you be seen as a leader as well. The next sign that you are a very attractive man, even if you don't know it, is that you smile and bring some brightness into the world. It's kind of crazy how many people right now go through life like this. Have you ever noticed our resting face is kind of like this a lot of the time? What's attractive about this? Not much. But if instead you are someone who proactively tries to smile, who tries to help other people feel that little bit of light in their day, you stand out in a big way. Smiles naturally connect us to the other person. We naturally look our most attractive when we're smiling. It can make your face look more youthful, and it shows confidence and presence. So if you are someone who, when you make eye contact, you just smile, if you're someone who tries to just add a little bit of brightness everywhere you go, you're the kind of man she could see herself marrying. You're the kind of man that would be a delight to have as a husband. So, something as small as smiling shows confidence and presence. It shows that you are an enjoyable person to be around. So, if you're someone who tries to smile, pat yourself on the back. Sign number 3 that you are an attractive man is that you are both confident and kind. You're not a pushover. A lot of people think you cannot be both confident and kind. Oh, if you are the nice guy, you have no confidence and you're taken advantage of and you're a pushover. That's not true. There are very confident and kind people. For instance, in my academy, I teach my clients how to be confident. That is a huge part of my training there. And then I also teach them how to set appropriate boundaries. Boundaries are your key. That's what keeps you from being a pushover. When she sees that you are a man who is both confident and kind, it shows you're rare. It shows that you're uncommon. It shows that you are exceptional. That's the kind of man she can feel safe with forever. That's the kind of man she wants to be the father of her children. It shows you're the kind of man she can fall deeper and deeper in love with. So, having that confidence is massive. And then also making sure you are a kind individual. That right there, that's the hero of the love story, right? It's the cliche thing that women are still dreaming about. Again, I'm not talking about toxic women. Toxic women love the deadbeats. But why would you want to marry a toxic woman? So, when you have that confidence and kindness, you are a very attractive man. Number 4 is another one of my favorites. This sign that you're highly attractive is that you pursue her in your masculine energy. You show up in your masculine energy. Let me ask you this. Do you want her to show up in her full feminine splendor? Do you want her to shower you with feminine love and attention? Then she needs you to show up in your masculine energy. Masculine and feminine are utterly irresistible to each other. And when you have one, you naturally attract the other. Feminine women are attracted to masculine men. If you're struggling to attract feminine women, well, this might be one of the reasons why. When you show up as that strong, capable masculine man, something magical happens. She feels safe enough to be feminine. Research shows us that when a woman doesn't feel safe, she takes on masculine traits to try and feel safe. Why? Well, because God naturally made men the protectors. If she does not have a protector, she's going to have to do it herself. And so she has to sacrifice some of that femininity. And so when that man shows up and he's a leader and he can pursue and he's confident and he's strong, shut up. That's what makes her fall in love. That's what shows her you're different. You're the man she's been dreaming of and praying for. Now, pursuing appropriately makes a lot of guys nervous. They don't know how to do it. This is definitely something I walk you through in my academy, and when enrollment opens, I invite you to join. In the meantime, I have a free guide that's really going to help you. One of the easiest ways to pursue a woman is when you already know that she's interested in you, and you already know that she wants you to make a move. Sign number 5 that you are an attractive man is that you're proactive about your life and who you want to be. You don't just sit around waiting for life to happen to you. People who do that are unattractive. Women who do that and men who do that. There's nothing particularly attractive about someone who just kind of sits around doing nothing all day. When you're instead someone who decides what it is you want and you're proactive about it, now you're fascinating. You're even maybe a little bit mysterious. You're intriguing. This also shows her that you're a leader, and feminine women want a masculine leader. And so, by being proactive about your life, I'm not talking about being a workaholic. I'm not talking about being obsessive and not having room in your life for a woman. I'm talking about what are your goals? What are your ambitions? Yes, that can include career, but maybe it has nothing to do with career. Maybe it's a hobby that you've always wanted to try. Okay, try it. Do it. When she sees that in you, you're going to be so much more interesting to spend your life with. And it becomes a little bit electrifying to be around someone who's so involved in life, who's living instead of just kind of coasting. Sign number 6 is insanely powerful. This sign that you're more attractive than you think is that you're a good listener. You are an engaged listener. At the end of the day, as humans, we're all pretty much the same. Despite our differences, we all want to feel appreciated. We all want to feel respected and loved and like we matter. And so when somebody takes the time and the effort to actually listen to us, they become invaluable to us. We feel understood and seen. Women in particular, we tend to bond through talking. And so, have you ever wondered why girls are always talking to each other and why they have to tell their friends and their moms and their sisters everything? Well, this is why. And so, when you are someone who takes the time to respect her and listen to her, that right there is the kind of man she wants to be her husband. That's the kind of man who makes a great father. That's the kind of man she dreams about. She'll know if she's having a bad day, she can just say, "Hey, babe," and spill out her heart to you, and you'll be there for her. And that's powerful. So if you're someone who has that superpower of being a good listener, pat yourself on the back. It seems like introverts in particular are very good at this. So if you're an introvert who's ever felt like, oh, maybe I'm just not attractive because I'm an introvert, that's not true. Introverts are incredibly attractive. And this is one trait that I like to call your superhero introvert trait because it's incredibly attractive. Speaking of which, I actually haven't done a video for a long time about what makes introverts attractive. Is that something maybe you would like? If it is, comment introvert to let me know and I'll see what I can do. Sign number 7 that you're an attractive man and don't realize it is that you encourage others. Yeah, you build people up. There's something so magical and magnetic about a person who builds us up. We all need a little encouragement sometimes. I'm not talking about being that guy that she always goes to and cries to and, oh, you comfort her. No, that's a toxic relationship. But if instead you're just someone who's encouraging, everyone wants to be around someone who's encouraging. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. You know what's coming, right? People like people who make them feel good. And so when you're kind of that bright place in the world, you're someone who maybe she wants to try something new, so you encourage her to do it. Or maybe she's got a big meeting at work, so you send her a quick text saying, hey, you got this. You're amazing. someone who's complimentary, someone who's just positive to be around. If you're that person, you are magnetic. You're the kind of man she wants to be her husband, the father of her children. You're the kind of person she would love to introduce to her parents. You're the kind of person who is completely unforgettable and delightful to be around. It's a very, very attractive trait. So if you're someone, and again, you don't have to be Mr. Energizer Bunny 100% of the time, that's unrealistic, but you're someone who chooses to try to build others up in a world where there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of hatred, there's a lot of contention. You instead flip that around and choose to make the world a better place. That right there is sexy. And by the way, speaking of sexy, a woman is more comfortable being married to a man like that. Your intimacy is going to be much better because she's going to feel safe with you. She's going to feel safe being vulnerable with you. So, again, more reasons why she would want to marry a man like you. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, Kelley, if I'm so attractive, why am I still single? That is a completely valid question, and I have answers for you. And again, this is what I help you completely transform in my academy. In the meantime, if you have not yet seen it, I do have a free masterclass where I walk you through 3 ways to permanently transform how women interact with you. You're going to learn what's been keeping you from the love you desire and deserve. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. If you have a friend who would enjoy this video, please share it with him. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Maybe just try to have that kind of, what is that word? I'm having a problem today. I'm talking a lot today. I'm not trying to, it's just, sometimes I really just love sharing this stuff with you guys. Here's the bad news. I still have another video to film after this. I have a video for Marriage Mastery membership, and I need to be careful not to talk too much in that one too, because I'm clearly in the mood today. So I need to stop. I need to reel it back in. There's just so much to share. Okay, anyway, back to the script. Speaking of talking a lot, okay, secret end of the video club. You know what one of my favorite things about fall is? I love when you're walking down the sidewalk and you step on the leaves and they crunch. It just makes me really happy. You have to enjoy the little things in life because that's so much of life. So, our word for the end of the video is crunchy. So, comment crunchy. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.